Shars. Welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to do a rare vlog CD review, which I haven't done since last year when I reviewed Korn's latest CD, I believe it. But today I'm going to be reviewing the latest from those Southern Fried Metal boys in Down. Okay, for those of you that don't know about Down, it is a supergroup that features Phil Anselmo, which was the former lead singer of Pantera, and then there is Kurt Windstein on bass, or actually guitar, Pepper Keenan, or actually Kurt is from Crowbar, Pepper Keenan from COC, you have Jimmy Bauer from I Hate God, and then you have this new guy, Pat, I don't even know his last name, Pat Bruders or something like that, I believe his name is. Anyway, he's a badass, I'm not disrespecting him, he's just new to me. And I have to preface this review by saying that I am the ultimate Phil Anselmo fanboy. I'll admit it. I will completely and fully admit that because Pantera is a band that shaped my youth. I mean, if there's any one band that I can point to as shaping my teenage years in a lot of my beliefs and outlooks and how I look at things, Pantera is that group. I just idolize them, and I will be forever indebted to Phil Anselmo and Pantera. And I just really think Phil Anselmo puts out good quality music. Now some people's going to definitely disagree with that, because he does put out a lot of raw shit that has mistakes in it, errors, but I think that's part of the charm myself. But anyway, Down was a band that he formed in '92 with these guys he grew up with. They did some demos, and it wasn't until '95 until they got together and released Nola and their first album. And that first album was just so incredible. It's amazing. And then around 2002, of course, they released Down 2, and from that point on, it basically became their main band. Pantera dissolved, things went sour there, and Down has became all these guys' main group. And this is actually their latest EP, which is entitled Down for the Purple EP, which you won't see that listed on here anywhere, but I have read that is the official title of this. And this is supposed to be, now, take it for what it is from these guys, you never know, but it's supposed to be the first of 4 EPs coming up, which each is supposed to show a different side of Down. One being acoustic, this is the heavy side, and there's some other sides they said that maybe you've never even seen from Down before. So, this has been a long time coming. It's 2007 since they released Down 3. They're so unprolific. It's amazing. Especially for it being their main band, 5 years in between releases, and then also you only get a 6-song EP. Oh, I got to drink to it, guys. That's really all you can do. But anyway, I know I've rambled on and on here. So what do I think of the CD? Guys, I think it fucking kicks ass. In all honesty, it really is awesome. It seems like most fans have been pretty impressed with this. And I myself, I think it's great. My biggest complaint with it is I wish it was longer. It's only 6 songs, but it comes in at around 33 minutes. Actually, it's about 29 minutes in reality, because there is like a 3-minute break after the last song before it comes back in with a small little interlude at the very end of the CD. But, so you're looking at like 29 minutes of total music on this out of 6 songs, and that's a lot. That's 5-6 minutes average, and instead of it being like 6 strong songs and 4 fillers or whatever, however you want to put it, it's 6 very solid songs, I think. And honestly, guys, I've loved all of Down's albums. Down 3 is probably my least favorite. There's some good stuff on it, but I just think 1 and 2 is really awesome. And honestly, I think this one is right up there with the first 2. Actually, it's probably right up there with the first one. I think that this is probably even better than 2. This is probably almost equally as good as their first album, Nola. And that's saying a lot, because I think that these guys are a good, solid, hard rock band, man. They're just straightforward, no frills. They're going to come out and just kick ass, and that's what Down does. I mean, you know, you start off the album with Levitation, which the first time I heard this was actually the weekend before the official release. It was streaming. I found a link to it off blabbermouth.net. I did not illegally download it. I'm totally against doing that, especially with a band I totally support, mainly, you know, especially that. But I streamed it, and Levitation, when it starts off, it has probably the heaviest riff Down has ever done. I mean, it is just such a fucking brutal, grinding ass riff, man. It makes you bang your head, and that's another small complaint I have, is that riff does not continue on. Once it fades in totally, it changes into another riff, which is cool. It's awesome. But that opening riff is just probably one of the most crushing things Down has ever done. I was like, holy shit, man, that's fucking heavy shit, man. Downtrodden, this heavy-ass, grinding guitars, it's amazing. And Levitation turns out to be a really great song. It really, like, the vocals really harken back to, like, a Sabbath style. I mean, Sabbath and like, Zeppelin and St. Vitus has always been pervading Down, and it's, you know, I'd say Sabbath and St. Vitus more than ever on this album really shows the influence on Down. And then from there you go into Witch Tripper, which is a song that just finished, and it's the first video they released also, which is a fucking kick-ass video, man. It's like a short film about witches and just witchcraft, and it's a fucking awesome video. If you've never seen it, look it up on YouTube. It's amazing. It just came out. Witch Tripper is a very solid song. I mean, it has classic written all over it. It's just years from now, that's a song fans are still going to want to hear Down play. It's really great. Open Coffins, which is playing now, a great slower tempo song, more doomy, more just, you know, just listen to it, man. It's just a kick-ass groove to it. I love it. The Curse is a Lie, it also kind of continues on with this tempo. Nice little downtrodden song, and then you've got this Work Is Timeless. Really cool, picks it up a little bit. And then the album finishes off with Misfortune Teller, which it really picks up the pace a little bit more down towards back like Witch Tripper and Levitation. But guys, very solid album from these boys. I love it. I'll show you the inside here real quick. You got the cross, like with all their images on it. You got that. CD, of course, is in the CD player now. And the booklet here, and it has Naked Woman, oops! Of course, the iconic Down logo there, which is also on the shirt. And then it has all the lyrics in here for every song. A little thanks section. You know, pretty simple, basic, to the point. Gatefold edition. I like it. I think it's cool. But very solid release from these guys. I love it, and to me, it's just the type of album that the more you listen to it, the more you really get it. Like it, you know, some people I've heard say that, you know, they think Down just phoned it in with this one, or it's too simplistic. To me, it's not, man, because yeah, some of the riffs are kind of simplistic, kind of repeating, but when you listen to it upon multiple listenings, you know, you really start to hear some of the nuances and some of the riffs they do and how they change up the way, you know, they're picking some of these riffs, and they'll be doing downstrokes and then double picks and then upstroke. I mean, it's just there's some really nice variances in these riffs that they're doing. That yeah, they do repeat, but they're adding little flavorings in here there. It really changes it up, and you really catch that stuff the more you listen to it. And I just don't see how fans of Down won't be, you know, completely impressed with this album. I mean, especially if you like their older style stuff, because it's more of a raw album. You know, they didn't overthink it. They just, you know, they all said that they wrote it and they just fucking recorded. They nailed it out. You know, they recorded the whole thing in under a month, and it's taken them fucking forever to get it out. That's just the way Down is. They recorded this last December, and it just came out September of this year. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, hopefully the next one doesn't take that long to get out. But hey, I'm just happy we have it. It's more raw, it's more stripped down like their first one is. Like, I think it really leans towards the first two albums. And, you know, I think Phil Anselmo's vocals sound really good. I mean, he obviously can't pull off the screams like he used to, but he still has that southern drawl and just that voice that just fits this style of music. I mean, he can really pull this type of music off these days, you know. Being in his mid-40s now, I'm glad he's continuing on. I'm glad this band's continuing on. And I'm very, very pleased with this release. So guys, I'd give this album a 9 out of 10. I love it. It's definitely up there for one of my favorite releases of this year. Any Down fan's going to like it. And if you've never heard Down before, you just like a hard rock, a very hard rock, and I guess you could call this like a southern fried stoner metal. I mean, I really don't. It's hard to categorize Down. You know, because they are heavy, but they're not like what you would think of metal. Like like if you want to look at American metal, like Lamb of God, Megadeth, Metallica, they're not quite heavy like that, but they are definitely fucking heavy. They're more along the lines of, like I said, the old school style, like they're like a modern day heavier Black Sabbath is what they're like. And I just fucking love them. I think they're a great band, and you know, I'm gonna fanboy out to them, you know, like I have been. So. Yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to drink to that. I hope you are doing well. Rock on, motherfuckers. Have a good one. Later.